Hi everybody, it's Christopher back with another one of my IPD/PB videos. It's been a crazy 2 or 3 weeks on the index, guys, since I've last did a video. Who would have thought in the screen some of the prices we're seeing, Pavard as well. Caustic down to 105. If you look at the highest price players, just before I start the video, guys, look at that. Jesus, honestly. I'm not a fan of Sancho. But even I thought £5, my God, I might even be tempted to buy them. So, to be honest, guys, I've still been buying up. I'm still very bullish on the index long term. They're not going to go bust, to be perfectly honest. I don't think. They've taken all the liability away. They've got a lot of cash stored away. The issue is obviously confidence in the platform. And how long could these bottoms come to? I bought a load of Kimmich this morning at £3.86. At 28p, I did the calculation with 28p for a gold day. If he wins one, that's 7% return in one day. You're not getting that anywhere else, dividend wise. It's mental. Lots of active traders still. I hope that's not people that's selling. Jesus, that wouldn't be great. But lots of matches as well. We know there's a lot of recycling going on, and obviously IPD is huge, guys. So the reason for this video is, first of all, keep the faith in the index. I think long term, especially if you're a new joiner, it will level out. The IPDs on offer are amazing. The IPDs that I'm doing today, and I've maxed it with PB, is very different, guys, because I would never ever tip these players to you ever, because I just think they're too expensive for IPD. But with 9 games coming up at the moment, with the potential of PB as well. I just think it's unreal potential that you have, guys. It's a nice little feature now. We got the depth in here as well, which I'll try and cover in the video while I'm at it. So, first player I really love is Chiro. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he's very expensive for IPD. Well, he was around here, but now, guys, if you're picking up for £1 and 3p, £1 and 4p. That's amazing value. 9 games potentially on for Lazio in Europe. Let's say he last season got 36 goals, so he's averaging nearly a goal a game. He's had 3 goals in 6 games this season, but he's had Corona. He's back now, fighting fit from what I hear as well. Let's say he got 9 IPD. I'm just saying, in a crazy world, you're looking at nearly 18, 19% return. If he gets a hat trick in any of those games, or maybe PB, you could nearly be looking at 30 to 40% return on a player who might be 30 years of age, but he ain't going anywhere, and he's going to keep scoring all season long, and you just keep recycling him. Even if you took a 20p hitting him and then recycle him, then start all over again, he'll make it back for you. It's unreal potential at the moment, guys. It really is. Some of these returns are looking just absolutely crazy. Lazio have got Crotone today, so I actually think he has a really good chance of hitting some very, very, very nice IPD today. I can see him getting 2 goals. If you could get a hat trick in with PB, absolutely amazing. But for me, unreal player, great potential. I don't think you can go wrong with him. Next player is another player that you think, well, why is Chris tipping somebody like him for IPD with the prices of? But I'll be honest, guys, I picked up some myself today around £1.15, £1.16. Luis Alberto, he's a hedge for me. He could win PB as well. He's not been this low in a year. And what has fundamentally changed? People just don't like the way the index is going, but the dividends are actually better. And why a player like this? You're probably thinking 210 peak PB already, 146 average. He's just one game winning goal away from winning PB. He's had 6 goals and 15 assists last season. Lazio have got 9 games coming up. Everton have been linked with him as well, if you look as well. So it's going to be loads of stuff coming out with him as well. Loads of MB potentially in the future. Look at that. He's getting some. Gets linked back to the Premiership. You're picking him for 120. He's, for IPD, is a bonus for me in the nine game period. I can see him winning three. This is how I'm working now, guys. 3 PB this season. He's 20 years of age. I can see his returns being about 30 to 40p. That's just my own opinion. I think at £1 and 15, 16, you're probably looking at 30% return over 3 years, and he's still only 28, and he might get links away, and he might even do better than that. I think that's a worst case for me. Unreal bargains. IPD on a player like this that you could just keep recycling. Guys, it's going to be a game changer. These prices are going to bottom out very, very, very soon. And I'm just telling you all, they really are going to start bottoming out. And when they do, you need to be on it. You really do. Alejandro Gomez, I know the issue is his age, so this one's more of a risk. 76p. Some I picked up this morning. Someone obviously is very confident trying to go in at 80p. If you go in at 82p, you pick him up. He's already had 28 pence this season. So he's already won PB. 252 peak. 132 average. They got Spezia away, another team who's done very well as a promoted team, but I think Atlanta are going to tear a team like that apart. They're going to tire them out. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists already this season. Last season, about 22 IPD. Illich is in and out of the team, and he seems to be the main man for them this season. I think he has a great chance of winning it today, himself and Luis Alberto. There's so many good teams and players today. But for IPD, he's looking at another one. I probably think he'd put in seven. 7 by 2, 14. 14p based off 80. I'm doing a bit of this in my head as well. And it's 5 times. You're nearly looking at about 16% returns, guys, in the space of a month. And you've got a player for the rest of the season. And you could probably still sell him for that 80p again and just take your money back again and recycle. It's just unreal, guys. People are so panicked, but I'm just looking at the yields now, and now I've changed my mindset. It's not just capital appreciation; it's about the yields. It's also about younger players. I'm telling you, like, not to keep Gomez for the whole season. I will be getting out of him around March time. I'm not going for many older players, so I'm looking at anyone around 26 underwards, downwards is for me my core. But anyone around 28, 29, even 30, I think they got 2 good seasons in them. You're fine for the offers that are there at the moment, guys. You know those bargains that are around. I know everyone's panicking and people are going to go, oh, he's trying to get people to lose their money. I only am thinking about what you could potentially make. Like Lewis Ocampos doesn't even have a sell on there. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm tempted to just, do you know what? I'm going to try and bid. I'm going to bid now. I'm sorry. Very unprofessional of me in the middle of a video, but I have to. I have to bid. I have to. I really do. At whatever it is, the lowest, I'll do 2p, which it won't be. So it'll be 88p. That's it. Done. Set price movement. I rarely use the desktop. Very unprofessional of me. Not enough to trade. Great, guys. This is not the best advertised. There we go. Right. I was trying to be very greedy. I don't do it very often on the index, so I'll do that on the app afterwards. But I'm buying him. I hope you don't beat me to it. Fantastic player. He's in team of the month. So he's already in team of the month and he's potentially getting dividends from that. 2 IPD already this season, 20 last season, links to United. There we go. I think it's there on the screen. Cheap as chips. So I'm thinking you pick him up for about 82p. Bloody hell, guys. A 1 IPD, a 1 PB win from him, which you can do even at 14p. This is just 16% return on one player. And you have him at 26 years of age when he gets linked to United again, or he goes to United. These prices are mental, guys. They really are. They're just too cheap. I'm not really understanding the logic myself. I don't know what's happened. Unless people think the index is going out of business, then I can totally understand. But the index is not going out of business. And look at this, guys. The last player I'm gonna put on here, and I've run through these because I want to do a little bit of a summary at the end. Leon Bailey, who's already in team of the month, he's 20 years of age, 23 years of age. You're picking him up for what, 85p? They're in Europe. They've got an easy European group they're going to qualify from. Leverkusen are going to always do well. He's here as well. Look at this, guys, with links to Spurs. Do you know what I mean? He will be linked away. He's not staying there forever. They've already sold K earlier this season. He'll be the next one to go. 279 peak score, 115 average for a striker. He is a striker. You know, he gets a game-winning goal and it's over, guys. It really is. They got Belfield as well away today. I think they're going to do very well. I really like this Leverkusen team. I really do. I think they're such good value. Look at the price you're getting all these players at, and even for IPD, he could get you 4 or 5 IPD. You're looking at 10p back and 80p again. You're looking at that 13% back, guys. That is absolutely unreal value. And while I'm doing this video, I'm going to try and see if I can put in a bid for our campus to make sure none of the rest of you outbid me. I don't know, guys. Personally, I can't understand the bargains that are around at the moment. I really can't. I know that people are scared. I know people say the bets have changed, but what it is about is just why did you buy these players to begin with? What was the reasons why? You know, what 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 drew you to a player? What yields were you looking for? What was your exit point? Like, obviously, lots of premium players have really flown down, and I totally understand that. But some of the players that I'm showing you now as well, it just makes absolutely no sense that they couldn't double in value. Look at Costix here, like, just as a player that I really like. He's someone I really rate. £2.40. Personally, I think for the potential, I think £2 is a fair price for him with the yields on offer. And you're picking him up for £1 and 9 pence. £1 and 9 pence, guys. That's madness, I think. I don't understand how you can look away from potential yields like this. Why? So what's the risk? Well, the index go bust. Well, what's their liability? They have no liability in their balance sheet. I'm an accountant, so I won't bore you, but they have no liability to anybody now except for the dividends they pay us. Um, will they? They'll potentially will be a market maker. Market makers, they are definitely coming in the market makers. The stock market average is what, about 6 to 7% over the last 30 years. Football index, and some of these players I mentioned today as well, guys. I'm looking at averaging about, I'd say, 22% when I've done a little bit of analysis. Kimmich is a great one for me as well. 7% based on that £3.86 I got him for every goal day that he wins. Looking at his stats this season, he's already pulled in 55. He's obviously injured now, so factor that in. But if you extrapolate down the season, £1.50 back on Kimmich without the Euros. Let's add another 20p on that. So £1.70. 3 years, that's £5.10 without doing an absolute thing, without active trading. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to set a sell price on there to sell them at £5. So I'll take whatever dividends I take until then, and I'm looking for 50% return on him. I love this new index personally. I love the trading. It's a lot harder. You can't just buy Sancho and just wait there and pump it. You have to go around. You have to really try and research. Like Caustic's another one that I'm going to buy as well. Actually, the amount of people I'm buying as I'm looking at this video, guys. Please keep the faith. Why are you buying the players? What's the value? I'm only offering you value as always, guys. My portfolio has gone down by about 8% compared to some people saying 50% down because I've only bought players at value anyways. Yeah, I'm still not in the red on most of them, to be perfectly honest. I can go through my portfolio and the recent buys I've made as well. I'm happy to do that in a follow-up video. I'm going to be doing lots of IPD videos over the next while. I'm going to be doing some big ones. I'm going to be doing some European matches. Look at Peasy again. I shouldn't have said him because I hope he's really come down. But if you look at some of the players like a Kane, who hasn't come down by that much, you look at some of the quality players that are at quality prices. Sancho was massively overpriced. Mbappe was massively overpriced. I even think Neymar was because of all his injuries. It's going to be value driven now, guys. Dividends. Who's returning you those dividends? Where are you getting those yields? Where can you justify the price? And then there will be a liquid market because people will want to buy because they're looking at fixtures ahead. They're doing the research that I've just done and that I'm teaching you guys to do as well. And our players will be in demand and we'll be able to sell them. We'll take whatever IPDs we get whatever PB, and I'm looking at 50% to 100% I'd love on a Kimmage long term. And remember the long term, just as a final little thing, on the stock market, I was down 27% in March. I kept buying and I kept buying, and now up 18% overall. And I've sold a load off with about 4 or 5 grand taken out. That was based on my 50. That's exactly by being brave. The stock market's slightly different because I know there's a lot more confidence it will bounce back. But most people were saying to me, "You're stupid. Why would you do that?" On my tipster group, I do for shares. People were like, "Going, oh, I'm not going to buy. I don't feel confident." That's when you buy. You don't sell when it's at a dip like this. When will the bottom come? I keep saying 10, 15%. I really don't think in some of these players it's much further to go. I've noticed the market makers coming in on Sancho now and just stopping him around £4. So logically, guys, does that mean that's the lowest he'll ever go again? They're always going to do a circuit breaker then. You have to start reading the market now. There's so much money to be made. I've been watching those circuit breakers. I've been seeing if I can get in when that circuit breaker hits, that means that that's the lowest it's going to be potentially. I'm just thinking as a new IS. That's in the back of my mind. So as always, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. It's a new channel for me. I'm really trying to grow it. And as always, happy trading.